Hi, I'm Macaulay Culkin, and this is my last meal.
Every person has exactly two things in common. We all gotta eat and we're all gonna die. Today's guest is an actor, author, podcaster, and accomplished maraca player who you might recognize from Uncle Buck, Home Alone, and Party Monster. You can catch him in Fallout Season 2, out tomorrow on Prime Video. But who are we kidding? You know him best for his signature wrestling move, the half-star frog splash. Macaulay Culkin, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me, man. Like, yeah, this is really cool. Ever since Brenda did the show, she immediately came home. She's like, "You have to do this." I saw the interview; it was wonderful, and at the same time, I'm starving. So here I am.
We'll get to that soon, but before we do that, I want you to analyze your body positioning on this half-star frog splash. You set the wrestling world on fire when you did this. What was going through your mind midair?
So I went to bar wrestling, and I was there, and I was doing a podcast, so I had to go early. I was doing a podcast. I was working out some spots. So Brenda had absolutely no idea what was going on.
No way.
And then me and Swoggle were getting into it. She kept on going like, "Why are you so animated with the little guy?" You know, I was just like, "No, man, just like that F that guy, man." Like, just like, and so I kept up the whole role and stuff like that. And then next thing you know, yes, I do the ping pong ball bit, and they all slip over and everything. And then Santa Claus came up to me, and he's like, "Get on the top rope." And so he's like, "I'm gonna throw you."
That was unplanned, though.
It was unplanned. I mean, I was like, "Yeah, sure, whatever." Adrenaline and all that stuff. And so, yeah, he kind of just threw me onto Swoggle. And yes, I call it the half-star frog splash because I don't know what I'm doing when it comes to something like that. So yeah. But you know, it's one of those things where like every time we go somewhere and there's a stage, she's like, "I know you're gonna end up on that stage somehow." It's just boom. It's just like, yeah, it's like boom. It's like, you know, I'm doing the wrestling thing, or we went to a Lizzo show, or again, a pre-planned kind of thing, and I get a tap on the shoulder and go, "Excuse me, I have to go to the bathroom." Next thing you know, I'm on stage doing the whitest boy dance ever. My youngest, he just did a recital, and he got nervous, and so he ran off stage. So I scooped him up backstage, go, "Oh man, you're so brave," and stuff like that. But he wanted to go out for the final, but he wanted me to carry him. So next thing you know, I'm on stage at a 3-year-old's recital, like just like she's like, "I can't take you anywhere," you know? Yeah.
Before Brenda came on the show, had you ever talked about it?
Not really, to be honest. I mean, it's you know, a little morbid and stuff, but no, I didn't know exactly what I wanted, so it was kind of fun to do that experiment and kind of figure out like, oh, but honestly, I have rich food on rich food on rich foods.
How often do you think about death in general?
Not that much. I mean, that you know, it'd be, yeah. I have a sense of my own mortality now that I have kids. You know, like now, before I really didn't care if I lived or died. Now I want to live forever. You know?
That's a really heavy statement, though. There's a middle ground that a lot of people live in between.
It's called Pilates.
It's called Pilates.
Yes.
In a way. You ready to eat?
Yes, I would love.
Mac, for the first course of your final meal, we have the truffle uni shooter from Delilah in Vegas. This has a shirodashi chawanmushi, some uni on top with fresh shaved truffle, and then we have the foie gras from Atelier Joël Robuchon in Paris, and it has a hibiscus gastrique with apple that has been actually pressed in fresh hibiscus juice and then rolled up on top of the seared whole lobe foie.
Yeah, Robuchon is like kind of nuts that way. I actually talked to the staff. I stayed late one night. I was talking to him, and I was like, "Oh, what's it like working here?" He goes, "I worked potatoes. I just peeled potatoes for a whole year." That's all. Like before you get to touch anything else, you just peel potatoes there. So like, yeah, it's pretty intense.
That level of craft is like really admirable to me.
Yes.
Dig in. I don't want to hold you up. I know you're hungry.
Yeah. Oh. F yeah. That's nice. You can't go wrong with uni. You can't go wrong with truffle.
Are you meant to actually knock it back like a shot?
Yes and no. Like, you know, it depends on what you want.
I'm doing it.
Cheers,
my
cheers. Oh man.
Wow.
Yeah.
I know you have quite the impressive spoon collection.
I do.
Do you have a favorite? Oh God. Oh no, we've dropped a spoon. If someone were to steal this, everybody over there, I'm gonna look away over here. 15 seconds. Make sure that nobody steals that spoon that was on the table. It was very expensive to make and very cherished.
I get to keep this, right?
What?
Wonderful. I do steal spoons. It's a thing.
Do you have a most cherished spoon in your collection?
Not necessarily. The thing is, stealing spoons is like, it doesn't ruin anything.
Yeah.
Like, let's say there's a fancy chess set and you stole a pawn, you ruined the chess set, you know. A spoon is harmless, you know, yeah. Me and my goddaughter, we have matching spoon tattoos. Boom. Ta-da.
I slightly missed the memo. I tried to get a matching one. They got it too jagged at the end.
That's a giant spork right there. Look at you. But I talked to her because, you know, she's a model and all that stuff, and I knew she was going to like start going to these fancy parties and all that stuff. I said, don't forget to take something with you, and don't forget to put it up your sleeve. You can just take steal something from these places, you know, and take that home with you.
Is it the Robin Hood aspect of stealing something from the places, or is it your kind of like general absurdist shenanigans?
It's shenanigans. It's definitely shenanigans. But at the same time, you know, again, we kind of turn it into a bit of a metaphor. Take something with you. And Brenda, it drives her nuts. I mean, we have our silverware drawer, and then we just have a spoon drawer. And I was like, I keep on like soft premising her. I'm like, oh, I'm going to make a chandelier out of them or something. I don't know.
Or dig into the foie gras. I don't want it to get cold because this is whole lobe seared foie. This is a true delicacy. Frankly, not even sure if it's legal in California anymore.
I don't think it is. It is very rich, so you might need to cut it with some bread.
Oh man, I can get down with the rich. Jesus.
Yeah. F yeah.
Oh. It's like a duck liver gusher. It just explodes in your mouth.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have initially pegged you as a fancy food guy because you're somebody that kind of strikes me as a bit of a swashbuckler. Most people in pizza-themed cover bands that play maracas do not also dine at Atelier Robuchon.
I kind of bridge the gap. You know what I mean? I'm not allergic to eating out of cans. Don't get me wrong. But at the same time, I do like the finer things in life.
Yeah.
So again, this is my last meal. Like, yeah, I'm gonna go full out. You know, yeah. And you're lucky I didn't go more expensive with this, and more weird and more illegal.
But does any of your love of luxury foods come from the fact that, you know, you grew up with 6 siblings in a 1-bedroom apartment in Spanish Harlem? I think a lot of people assume since you've been working since you were 4 that you just grew up with a lot of money, but that wasn't the case.
No. We lived on top of each other. Like my mother didn't have a family; she had a litter. There's a litter of Culkins out there. There was a lot of hand-to-mouth living, you know, that kind of thing. Again, I'm not allergic to eating out of cans or anything.
Sure, yeah.
Like that. Like, you know, after a while, I became well-traveled and I have a very broad palate. I'm not allergic to trying anything.
What memories do you have of the dinner table growing up? Was it like competitive for food with the kind of family where everyone was clawing at a single chicken? That's a very cartoonish depiction.
Kind of.
Yeah.
Because I'm third of 7 kids.
Yeah.
Right? Everything comes in packs of 6 or packs of 8. So either someone's gonna get shortchanged or someone's getting a double.
Were you ever the one that wanted to sacrifice themselves, that wanted to give it to your siblings? Because you seem like somebody who does care a lot about other people in that way.
Yeah, I mean, yes and no. I mean, you know, but when you're a kid, you're like,
Sure,
no,
yeah,
give me that Oscar Mayer wiener. Yeah, no, it was just like I said. It was kind of a free-for-all a little bit. You become really good at hiding things in the fridge, like hiding things in plain sight, where it's kind of just like, oh, that goes behind the butter now, and no one knows, you know, that kind of thing.
Do you have any of those things that have stuck with you? Like I grew up super food insecure and poor, and I remember adding water to the ketchup bottle, to the end of
A1,
mayonnaise,
you know,
any sauce that can get watered down, and you'd be surprised at how much it still hits when it's half water. Do you have anything like that that's stuck with you to this day?
That's exactly it.
Yeah.
I mean, you nailed it. Especially like A1 sauce. I have a vinegary kind of tongue. It likes vinegar.
Yeah.
And always love that. But yes, I remember adding water to the condiments and you know, just to make it last that much longer.
When you're young, everything seems normal because everything is normal. Because that's all
you have no
experience.
context. You have no context.
You have no context. How much did watching other shows influence the way that you viewed your own life?
I never had any illusions about like TV shows or movies. I knew how the sausage was made.
Sure, yeah.
You know, so I knew that was, you know, an idealistic kind of you know, spectacle. I knew that what I was doing was different than other kids. For me, I didn't know how weird my life was until I got older and got away from it a little bit.
Was there one single moment where you were able to like sort of gain that amount of consciousness and go, oh, this isn't the most normal thing?
After a while, you actually come up with the vocabulary. You know, the actual vocabulary, the emotional vocabulary to figure out where, you know, how this all shook out.
Is that just through thinking it through yourself? Was it through therapy? Was it through
No, just thinking it out.
Yeah.
You'd be remiss if you didn't like self-reflect, you know?
When you stepped away from acting in '94 after Richie Rich, and you said that you just wanted to be normal, to go to school, to do all the things that a normal 14, 15-year-old would do, did you find anything out about the term normal from that period in your life?
What I wanted is to be with people my own age.
Yeah.
You know, you have to remember a lot of the stuff that I did when I was a kid. I'm not doing ensembles.
Yeah.
It's me. Like, you watch Home Alone, or I'll watch it with my kids. So I go, oh my gosh, I'm in Castaway. Except he had a volleyball to talk to.
It really is Castaway. I didn't think about that. Yeah.
No, yeah. They're like, oh, what was it like working with Joe Pesci? I'm like, have you seen the movie? We do maybe 2 scenes together. There's that going on over here, and then just me by myself in a house, almost home alone. But I wanted to go out, and I wanted to date girls, and I wanted to hang out with people my own age. I wanted to go to a party. I wanted to do those kind of things. I can't tell you how many bar mitzvahs I missed.
I haven't been a bar mitzvah yet. So I could still throw an adult bar mitzvah if you'd agree to come.
I will totally come.
We'll do karaoke up there, man. We'll have you singing Hava Nagila.
Oh yes, are you kidding me? I'll carry you on that chair, man. Oh boy, howdy.
Did it meet your expectations being able to do those things at the time? Because at some point the toothpaste can't go back in the tube.
It's a one-way street.
Yeah.
I was talking to a friend of mine. It was years ago. It was like 15 years ago. They got booked in a big time movie, and they were going around. They were asking everybody, should I do this? Should I not do this? Or this and that. And they never got around to asking me. And then I called them and I said, hey, I hear you're asking around. He goes, I was saving you for last. I was like, oh, okay. And I said, look, if you're gonna do this, you're gonna be famous. You can't unring that bell. You can't put the toothpaste back in the tube. I said, are you ready to be famous? And they were like, yeah. And so next thing you know, a couple Oscars later, there they are. For me, it kind of just happened.
Yep.
I didn't really do a lot of tugging on my parents' sleeve, going, oh, mommy, daddy, I want to be famous. I want to do movies.
You did have that accent when you were a kid, though.
Yes, I was. I was Oliver Twist.
Yeah.
But no, I wasn't like that. I kind of just started doing it, and I was good at it, and I kept on booking. That's really what it was. I mean, part of the thing that started it off was my father wanted my older brother and sister. He was going to go take them to the park and do headshots for them, And my mom, I think she just was wanted a break. She's like, take Mac with you guys. Yeah. So I literally just out of the gate, first audition, booked. It's funny. This is a line of work. I didn't find it. It found me.
Yep.
And that's why I kind of came back around to it. Brenda put it the best way. She said, "You're retired, and then you unretire, do a gig, and then you retire again." And that's pretty much how my approach is. And I think she nailed it. I'm not beholden to the business. It's that thing. You win an Oscar, right? You win an Oscar, you're at the top of your game. There you are. And you go backstage and do that little press conference, and you have your shiny statue and everything like that. You know what the first questions they ask you is?
What's next?
What are you doing next? And it's like, oh, that the pinnacle is not good enough.
Yeah.
You get on that hamster wheel, and it can get very unhealthy. You stick around in this business long enough, you either go crazy, you turn into an asshole, you die. That's the trifecta right there. That's the holy trinity. And so I try to avoid that. And again, it's like I do a gig because I want to do the gig, and then if I don't work again, that's totally fine too.
What do you think is inside you that allows you to do that? Because you see other people who are very much on that hamster wheel, taking role after role after role.
Yep.
And I know you got offered a role in The Big Bang Theory, which would have made you so many more millions of dollars. But how do you think your life would be different? Do you think you'd be happier or less happy if you had that money?
I'm pretty comfortable financially when it comes to that kind of stuff.
Got $20?
Yes, actually, you know what? Would you mind if I get my wallet? But no, I got enough scratch. I've done good.
A lot of people who take a lot of roles also have enough scratch.
Yeah, but again, that perpetual motion thing. I mean, you kind of have to be a shark. Because if you stop swimming, you're going to drown. I don't take that approach. I'm more of kind of a like a whale shark. I kind of just go and just sift.
Yeah.
Just things come my way, and oh, that ended up in my mouth. Oh, delicious! Like, oh wow, I love plankton.
What brought you out of your temporary recurring retirement for Fallout 2?
Oh, I just love the show. I was already familiar with the lore. I never played the games. It'd be that thing where I'd watch like a YouTube video or something like that. Like, I like the lore of it. So I was already into that. And then we started watching the show. Brenda and I, we ain't got time for nothing. We got 2 kids. They're 15 months apart. What are the odds that the Irish kid has Irish twins?
Yeah, well.
So we started watching Fallout, and we watched it all the way from beginning to end. We were binging it. And halfway through the season, she rolled over in bed, she turned to me, and she goes, "You belong on this show." And I went, "I know, right?" But no, it was true. It was true, though. It had my sensibility, my sense of humor, my vibe, my tone, So yeah, and next thing you know, it just, they knocked on my door. And there you go. It was, so it's kind of like, that book, The Secret? It was kind of like that. She put it out there. Hey guys, remember the 2000s?
Mac, for course number 2 of your final meal, we have the titular entrecôte from Le Relais d'Entrecôte in Paris, along with the frite as well. And then we have just some classic bone marrow with dressed micro-herbs and baguette.
Boom. I mean, be still my heart, right here. Okay.
Literally be still your heart.
Yes,
right
I know.
here. Yeah. This is gonna be...
Pretty sure I'm dead just looking at it.
Man, where do we start?
I guess we start with what's in front of us.
Do it.
I spent a lot of time over there at Entrecôte. I lived in Paris for 5 years, and so there's something. There's more than one, but I always went to the one in Saint-Germain. They knew me there. All the waitresses knew me. And the trick with Entrecôte, because they don't take reservations.
Yeah.
For dinner, you have to line up. A good half hour at least beforehand. But go for lunch, no line.
Ah.
So because I love the. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty good.
We have called the head chef of Relais d'Entrecôte, and they would not give us any of their
Absolutely not.
secrets.
Absolutely
They offered to
not.
fly their chef out. That seemed like a lot, if we're being honest. Not to say that you're not,
Wow.
because you are.
I can hear you.
You are.
Right?
I don't know. We were like, that chef, we didn't want to go through all that.
So I heard about this joint, and one day I just sat down. I said, "Can I see a menu?" They go, "No. They don't ask you what you want. They ask you how you want it." And I love that.
Yeah.
Actually, Brenda, she's a pescatarian. She went for it. She had some entrecôte with me. So she liked it so much she kept on eating it. Oh man. Oh, it broke her.
You broke her pescatarianism?
It broke her, man. She was vomiting all
it broke
night.
her.
It broke her. She was just like, it's like, oh yeah, because when vegetarians and pescatarians, if it's been like a stretch, kind of ease into it. No, she ate like half a steak and just like, oh man, I was holding her hair for the rest of the night, man.
You said when you moved to Paris, you thought that fewer people would recognize you, but then you realized that Parisians just don't really care.
That's exactly it. The French were a lot more chill.
Yeah.
Super chill. There was a cafe out there. It was funny because a buddy of mine went to this cafe, and he asked for the Wi-Fi code, and they handed him a card, and it was me.
What?
And the Wi-Fi code was like Macaulay Culkin, yada yada yada. So he actually brought us like a baseball card, and he brought it over to me, and so I was like, "Where is this joint?" So I went there and I sat down and I just immediately turned to the waitress and said, "What's the Wi-Fi code?" She goes, "I'll be right back." And she brought the manager and the owner, and the first thing the owner said, he goes, I knew if I did this, you were gonna come. Like, yes, of course. I still have it somewhere. I still have that little baseball card.
You're kind of like Candyman. You can be summoned,
Yes,
Paris,
yeah,
Make the
exactly.
Wi-Fi code Macaulay Culkin.
Yeah, exactly. As long as you make the Wi-Fi code, me. So yeah, I thought that was really cool. But generally speaking, the French were really cool to me. Like you said, it was they were just unaffected by the trappings of being in Home Alone, or as they call it, what is it? It's Mama, I Missed the Plane.
That's what it's called?
That's what it's called.
Do you know what it is in French?
J'ai
perdu l'aéroplane. No, that's I lost the plane. That's a different one. That's a different one. All right, dig into the bone marrow. Okay, let this get cold. Jeez.
Yeah. It's clean, simple. I try to put a little bone marrow in my kids' stuff. It's good for them. Brain food. They know it right away. They're like, "Yeah, what's in my macaroni and cheese?"
What kind of stuff? I know people will do that with dog food, but you're putting it into mac and
A
cheese?
little bit, just a little sweet. And they notice it right away. They won't let me sneak that stuff in.
Yeah.
Who was it? It was like Cameron Diaz was like, "Well, I sneak bone marrow and bone broth into my kids' stuff. It's brain food and all that stuff." I'm like, "Let me try that." And they're like, "This is disgusting."
Well, yeah, you raise kids with a discerning palate. It's gonna happen.
Yeah. They're like, "Who's Cameron Diaz?"
I have a general theorem that normal people want to have fame and fortune, and famous people who have fortune want to be normal. Do you think it's just this sort of cosmic injustice that we all want what we can't have?
That's exactly. You want what you can't have. And
Yeah.
like that. For me, I'm very happy with my station in life. My kids don't understand yet. They'll watch some Sweet Life because I'll put it on. Brenda hates it, but I'll put it on.
Yeah.
And they go, I said, "Oh, London Tipton." Like, "Yeah, that's Mama." So they get that. But when they see Kevin, they always just call him Kevin. Because the illusion's still there. This is 2 nights ago. My son was asking questions. He wanted to see a family photo of all my siblings. So I ran downstairs, I got it and stuff, and he immediately, his eyes darted to me, and he goes, "Hey, that kid looks like Kevin." And I go, "He sure does, doesn't he?" I go, "Yeah." And he's starting to put it together. I'm trying to keep up the illusion as long as possible, like Santa Claus.
Yeah,
that
really.
kind of thing. But I know some kid at recess is gonna ruin it. But at the same time, I can watch that movie now. I can watch pretty much the body of my work now. It takes on a completely different meaning. Now that I have kids, I get to show it to them and stuff like that. And I see the joy that it brings them and stuff. It's now it's different. The game has changed for me. Before it was a gig. Now it's something I can stand next to and be proud of and show my kids.
Yeah.
You know, I don't run from it. I don't hide from it. If anything, I embrace it. I mean, that's why I'm doing the tour stuff and everything like that. I like sharing that movie with people. It's really cool because it's 35 years old now, right? It's been 35 years since most of these people sat in a movie theater, in a dark movie theater with like-minded people and laughed at the same jokes together. And you laugh louder 100%. when you're with other people. Like, you know, you smile bigger when other people are smiling.
Yeah.
And so it's actually really cool, man. I've been taking the show on the road. You know, they watch the movie, man, they get so jazzed, they're in the mood, and I come up there, we do like a fireside chat kind of thing. We have a curated Q&A. I pull kids up there and ask them absurd trivia questions about the movie they just saw. It's really fun to kind of get it on the road, get it on its legs, and just seeing how it's still alive.
Yeah.
Those people are parents too.
Yeah.
And they're bringing their kids to it, and they're appreciating it in a way that's supposed to be appreciated. So yeah, when it comes to like, you know, how time has aged it, it's like a wine.
And I think also how time has likely aged you, time and new life experiences. It seems like a big theme in your life from a young age was a lack of control. Like
Yes.
not being able to control the roles that you took, having to emancipate yourself to get control of your money, and then not being able to control the narrative about yourself. You were growing up in a time when like you couldn't even share yourself on social media. It was all what the paps wanted people to see.
Yep.
How have you tried to control your own narrative now? What is like the story of 45-year-old Matt Culkin?
First thing I say to people is relax. In the Douglas
I'm trying.
No, I'm just saying in the Douglas Adams, don't worry. You know what I mean? Don't panic. You know, like that kind of thing. I see a lot of other like celebrities and stuff, and they're just not chill. They're not relaxed. You know, yeah. But no, it was a friend of mine, Doc Hammer. He's one of the guys who created Venture Brothers. He said, he goes, if you don't tell your story, someone else is going to.
Yep.
And it's true. You know, I had an ex-girlfriend, man. She did something embarrassing on television, and she told me not to see it. She goes, whatever you do, don't watch this thing. So I didn't. And then we broke up. I immediately watched it. But she was like, how do I get this removed from the internet? I go, no, that's the internet's forever. So what you do is you do something that pushes that down the algorithm. You do more stuff. You keep on doing things. You keep on getting better at stuff. You can control your own narrative.
Yeah.
If you want to, but also if you don't want to. I mean, gosh, I can't even remember his name. The kid who played Charlie in Willy Wonka. You know what he does? He's a veterinarian. He does livestock over there in the UK. That must what makes him happy. I think that's really cool, man. Like just do your thing. Whatever story you want to tell, just tell you know, like you don't have to tell it, but if you do, go ahead. Like you know, don't let other people tell your story.
What can you tell me about the life and times of Monkey Boy?
Oh, the Monkey Boy. Wow, that's a pull. Wow, you read that thing?
I read Junior cover to cover, man.
Oh my goodness, wow. I'm not even sure if Brenda's finished it.
I really found it tremendously fascinating, and in your very absurdist style, where it seems like you're telling your story, but also intentionally disengaging from it. It was like a really interesting look at, you know, you're writing that when you're what, between 20 and 25?
Something like that, yeah. I was about 20 when I really started doing like the lion's share of it. I was living in London at the time. I was doing a play, and when you're doing theater, you kind of have a reverse schedule. You're working night shifts all the time. So I did that, and I just ended up writing a lot. And I showed about 20 pages of it, I think, to a manager or something. And they showed it to a lit agent, and I was expecting them to go, "Oh, this is really cool. Now go write your memoir." And no, she looked at it and goes, "Oh, I like this. Do more of this." So yeah, it was kind of more of a stream of consciousness, kind of like, you know, sharing your notebook a little bit. It was really fun. It was a fun project. You know, I haven't lost writing altogether. I just don't do it as much. Again, I don't have time. I barely watch. You know, I barely got through Fallout. No, it's always been a passion of mine. I mean, at some point, I am gonna circle around and do that memoir. You know, yeah.
Yeah, I liked your comic with the chef serving a steaming pile of cow shit.
Yes.
That was my favorite
It doesn't
part.
matter how you cook it. People, you know, if they're hungry enough, they'll eat shit and like it.
You'll eat shit and like it.
Yeah.
The surprise was the secret ingredient in the bone marrow, human shit.
Whoa! Wow! Is it my birthday?
Mac, for the third course of your final meal is stuff that you did not ask for at all.
No.
We have New York style pepperoni pizza, classic New York style dirty water dog, and then some New York style bagels.
Oh,
But the
finagle
twist
and the bagel.
is, these are all, I believe, Los Angeles' best versions of these things.
Oh, good luck with that. I'm a New Yorker, so I'm a snob. I'm a snob about all three of these things.
You're the only Culkin that has escaped New York, much like Kurt Russell escaping the city.
True,
So
true.
have you.
Yes, I have.
You've done multiple stints in LA, but now You've
Okay.
really put down roots here.
Okay.
So this is me trying to get you to reckon with your new home and the delicacies that we have to offer.
All right, good luck with that.
So this is New York. I know you're quite the snob about it.
Yeah, where is this? You
But
know,
please,
where
this is from Apollonia's.
Apollonia's.
I believe the single best New York slice
Okay.
in Los Angeles.
Outside of New York, yeah.
Outside of New York.
Outside. I've been everywhere, man. I was in a pizza band. We were an international band. Humble
Yeah.
brag.
What country throws beer bottles the hardest at you on
Oh
stage?
Jesus Christ! That was the UK.
Yeah.
Oh man,
That adds up.
That was Bristol. It was a gig. It was a gig on a boat. I actually worked that stage before, but for some reason, man, they were surly. You know, yeah. I think also the way we were booked, I think on that gig was like there was like an electronic band before us and this and that, and we're like this anti-folk outfit that just rhymes mushrooms with mushrooms, and so they started throwing things, and that's fine. But what got dangerous though was they threw one and they started hitting the ceiling and then it was showering down on people. And I was like, yeah, this ends poorly. And then one of my bandmates said the wrong thing. It was kind of just like, why are you throwing bottles at us? It's like, oh God.
It's a mom going, stop bullying my son at school.
Exactly. You know, so and then next thing you know, boom. I was just like, yep. You know, yeah, that was definitely an interesting thing. Yeah, Bristol. Yeah.
Where do we stand on the pizza? Does it taste like home? Does it feel like home? You feeling anything deep in your New Yorker soul?
This is a solid, dirty slice.
Yeah.
No, in a good way. And it's greasy, good.
Tastes like Willis Reed being, carted on the wheelchair back onto the court.
Get back in 72.
There's not a lot of Knicks highlights to really focus on in the last 25 years, so Mac, I had to dig deep. I'm so sorry.
Brenda is so spoiled. She's gotten 5 championships in her lifetime when it comes to the Lakers. And like the last time the Knicks won, it was 8 years before I was even born.
Man.
And so, but at the same time, also, I got my Giants. My Giants have 4 rings in my lifetime.
That is true.
And the Rams have 2 in her lifetime, but one of them was in St. Louis and before her time anyway.
Doesn't count. Okay, so this is from Larry's Chili Dogs, right here in Burbank, California. I think the best hot dog in the city.
Okay, let me try it. That's good. Good. You want a little gaminess in your hot dog. And that's why I like Grace. Grace Papaya is like the best dog.
Going back to your pizza band, you've done a lot of things in your life that to me would signal that you're like a deep absurdist, which would kind of make sense because you've lived such a deeply absurd life, you know? But now that you have kids, do you still have that absurdist outlook, or is something sort of like drawn you more inward and understand a grounded nature?
I've leveled out more. I still kind of like do like fun little projects and things like that, but nothing really too kooky. Gosh, it must have been 2 Oscars ago, something like that, 2 or 3 Oscars ago. Eric Andre texts me. And he's like, "Hey, do you want to go try to break into the Vanity Fair after party and get arrested with me?" And I just was like, I said, well, 2 things. One, I got kids. I can't do that kind of stuff anymore. And secondly, they'll probably let us in. So
that's not as fun though. Was there an old Mac that would have just gone?
Oh, absolutely. Are you kidding me? That would have been my dream. Like 3 years earlier, 5 years earlier, I'd be like, oh yeah, Eric Andre. Yeah, let's go. Let's go do something stupid together. He'll just text me randomly. I was on a plane. This maybe about 2 months ago or something like that, and he just texts me, come to Malaysia with me. Just apropos of nothing.
I think getting arrested in Malaysia is different than getting arrested in the States, Matt.
Exactly. But again, I got kids, so I don't really do those kind of stunty kind of things so much anymore.
It's kind of ironic because you met Brenda on the set of Changeland, Changeland, if you will.
Changeland.
But you kind of played this swashbuckling, nomadic, drunkard ship captain.
Captain Max Sparrow, yes.
How far away from your actual life was that at the time?
Oh, it wasn't that far at all. Here's the thing.
Seth Green just said, be yourself.
Essentially, just be a drunken boat captain. I go, great, I hate boats. So I was like, I'm gonna need some whiskey to get on that thing and stuff like that.
Fast forward 8 years and 2 kids and, really settling down roots with Brenda. They say timing is everything, but do you think that was the right time or was it simply the right person?
It's funny, I always kind of say she picked me up off a pile. I'd always wanted to do the family thing. I always wanted the kids and the whole works. I wanted that. And it was just starting to sink in. Then it's not gonna happen. At least the way that I'm acting, the way that I'm conducting myself. No self-respecting woman would have my children. And then she saw the best of me, and it made me want to be better. And so I try to live up to her expectations. I know I disappoint her sometimes. But I've never had that before. being believed in that way. To the extent that when she was doing that to me, I was doing this. Going, whoa, whoa, whoa. Stop hitting me with loving me completely and like nicely and doing things for me. The first time like I was hanging out at her condo and stuff, she goes, give me your laundry. I was like, my laundry? She's like, I'm gonna do your laundry. She cooked me a steak. She's a pescatarian. You know, like it was really weird. It was like, and again, it was kind of like, I'm waiting for that other shoe to drop. I was always kind of going, whoa, whoa, whoa. Are you trying to trick me here? Or something like that. It felt unnatural until it started feeling natural.
Yeah.
This is the way that, like, you know, this is the way that they write about it in books and all that kind of stuff. I get to have that. And I'm really happy. I'm really proud of my life. I'm proud of my lady. I'm proud of my kids. I'm proud of the house that we live in. You know, I'm proud of all the core stuff, including the trappings too. I used to sign in things, and one of my jokes was, couldn't have done it without you. Because I don't know Jimmy Jim over there. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, it's like, but I couldn't have done it without you, Jimmy Jim. No, it's like with Brenda, it's like, no, I couldn't have done it without her. This whole life thing, like, you know, when it comes to just the work that I'm doing and just the way I receive life, it's something else. It's something different. And again, I'm very, very blessed about that.
Yeah. I think a lot of people have responded to you and Brenda's relationship with that sense of pride that you're describing in yourself. I mean, you see all the comments on the video of, you know, you and her taking the Cosmo couples quiz or at the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
Yeah.
Like the world is rooting for both of you in a lot of ways, whereas it seems like for a large part of your life, there's a big part of the world that was rooting for your downfall or even making up stories about it.
Yeah.
You know?
No, they were kind of controlling that narrative. You know, again, it's like, you know, I also let them have it too. I was like, oh, I'm done with this whole business thing. Whatever. You could. I'm Mac. You could have Macaulay Culkin. That's fine. I really don't care. It was tricky when I was a teenager because one kid, another teenager, it'd be fine. It'd be really cool. They want to hang out. They want to be your best friend. You know, but you get a pack of teenagers. There's one-upsmanship and shit like that. Like, you know, it made me stay at home. It made me hunker down. In probably not the most healthy ways. The stuff that they would pull, like the press back then, would never fly today. Never fly today. You know,
Do you see that as linear progress? Like, hey, we're doing better, or do you think we're sliding into?
I guess we're doing better. I mean, like, you know, I don't know. It's never perfect. People also are overly sensitive to. I'm not sure where it lands. I just know the Razzies. You know, they went after the young lady. She was in a Firestarter. She also did American Horror Story with me. But they nominated for a Razzie. And I went to them on Twitter, and I was just like, you know, I did the tweets thing. And I was just like, no, like, you know, it's not funny. It's not cute. I know the whole idea is you're taking the piss out of these people. Like, yeah, take the piss out of Halle Berry doing Catwoman. You know, because she was down. She actually accepted her award. You know, it's supposed to be fun and games. And, you know, I said it wasn't funny back in 1994. And it's still not funny now. And they took her name off of the category and stuff. Because it's like, yeah, don't do that shit, man. Like the kind of bullshit that they would do back then, like, you know, that I'm glad that doesn't fly as much nowadays, you know, because it was tricky. You know,
Dig into this bagel, man. We got to try a bite. Tell me if you now taste home in Los Angeles. Mac, I need this emotional catharsis.
Where's this from?
This is from Hanks. This is my favorite. Courage, I think, is overrated. I'm a Hanks guy.
We have a Hanks down the street from me. I think it's probably the same one.
It's the same Hanks that's down the street from me. Come visit me and Mac at our homes. Our addresses are...
Hanks. What's up? That's a solid bagel. Wake and Lake. Wake and Lake. They make probably the best bagels in LA, to be honest.
He's a native Angelino. We can't return the Rams jerseys, ladies and gentlemen.
They're good, though. Good, a little chewy, but good.
Mac, for dessert, Campbell's home-style chicken noodle soup.
Yeah.
What's behind this, man?
It's just, again, I was kind of raised on this kind of stuff, and it's funny. Brenda was the one who suggested this. She's the one with the sweet tooth, and my kids inherited her sweet tooth. Me, I like savory. I much rather have like a cheese plate or something like that. But like, yes, I usually have a bowl of soup before bed almost every night. I mean, and I'm not allergic to eating out of a can.
I love it, man. We would have served it right in the can had we known, but man, cheers. This has been wonderful. Dig in.
Don't worry, I have a new spoon.
Oh my God, he's using it. Holy shit, that's so hot.
I like it though. That's the way it's supposed to be.
What is wrong with your mouth where you can do that?
I don't know. Have you seen Hot Ones?
Hey, fair point. Listen, you put up a top 2 Culkin brothers performance in Hot Ones.
Oh, right? Thanks. Yeah, my joke is it was right after he won his Oscar. I was with a buddy of mine in a car, and he knows me, and he's like, "You have a joke yet?" I said, yeah, I do. I said, well, I'm really proud of my brother. Between me and him, we have exactly 1 Oscar. So, yeah, I'm very proud of him. He's done good for himself. Man, I mean, he just, at 15 months span, I mean, he won a SAG, a BAFTA, a Globe, an Emmy, and an Oscar for like 2 different parts and 2 totally different projects and stuff like that. It's like, man, I don't think, not even Meryl Streep had a run like that. You know what I mean? Like I'm very proud of him.
It's a hell of a run. None of you can top Rory's performance in Lords of Chaos, though.
I know. I went to the premiere of that.
Did you really?
Love it.
Oh man.
I remember he was sending me pictures of him all in the makeup and everything like that.
Dude.
He works more than the rest of my family put together, man. He always he has a bit of hustle in him that's a little different. Like, yeah, he's not a whale shark, he actually he goes for it. Yeah, I'm proud of him. And my kids love Uncle Rory. They always talk about Uncle Rory all the time.
It's so obvious how much love you have for specifically the family in your life. And I know growing up, you've written about it in Junior in your many attempted letters to your father. All of you got a real shit end of the deal with that, which nothing can change. But were you the type that tried to protect your brothers from that abuse? Because I know sometimes you find yourselves going, hey, every man for himself right now, we just got to survive.
Yes, of course. I'm protective of my family, my siblings, especially back then. I took the brunt of it. I was always on the road with Kit, going from city to city and things like that. I was trapped in small hotel rooms with a crazy person. So I was the one who took the brunt of it. I could tell every time my father wasn't around, there'd be just the weight would come off. And so I know that that's what was happening at home. And I was the one kind of taking the brunt of it. But it's also, what I always say about me is better me than someone else. And so I took my lumps. But one of the things I've been learning is, because, kind of those kind of things leave a mark, is that I'm the kind of person who doesn't have to take my lumps. With my kids, it's a lot from me is I don't want the sins of my father being passed on to my children. I work really hard on that. A friend of mine, she said, how there's certain women out there and how they're supposed to be mothers. She goes, you're born to be a father. There's a word that I use in my household because it's something that I didn't really hear enough of when I was a kid, and that's proud. Man, I'm proud of my kids. I go out there, I'd be like the #1 movie in America, yada, 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 stuff like that. Never got the P word. My kid, he does his recital, and the curtain opens, and he's really excited about it. He's gonna play a bug, and he's like, I'm the bug who gets the egg. And as soon as that curtain opens, he freezes, and he cries, and he runs off stage. And so I go scoop him up, and the first thing out of my mouth is, man, I'm so proud of you. You were so brave to go out there like that. Like, you did that? Like, there's so many people. Like, and I love your costume. Like, I'm proud of you. So it's I'm proud of myself that I can provide for my family in that kind of way, and that I can love my family the right kind of way.
Yeah, I'm proud of you too, man. Honestly, it's
thanks, dude.
My biggest fear is getting stuck in that multi-generational cycle.
Yeah.
You even write in Junior, true, you do not become your parents. Also true, you become so nauseatingly like your parents that it makes you sick.
Yeah.
And I know that was written from the angsty teen perspective.
Yeah, yes.
Being kind of a little, edgy out there.
But it was true, though.
Was there a big fear in you that whatever disease my dad had, that's somewhere inside of me?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
No, it can haunt you. Yeah.
Of course.
The way I learned how to be a father was through Brenda. Brenda's such a good mother, and she makes me want to be a better father, a better person, but a better father, because I see how good she is, and I see how happy our kids are, and I go, okay, yes, don't listen to me.
You wrote a checklist of things you wanted to do before you died in that book, and one of them, again, I'm sure tongue-in-cheek, it said die at 27.
Yes.
Was there a part of you that genuinely thought, I'm not making it past that?
I mean, at that point in my life, I wasn't sure.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I do remember very vividly. I was in a bathtub, and I was taking a nice hot bath in the middle of the night, and I was waiting. It was 11:59, and boom, I'm 28. I go, okay, there you go, I made it.
Everything now is just bonus time.
Yes, exactly. It's all gravy, baby.
There was another thing you had on that checklist, and it was enter a pie eating contest. Mac, I hereby challenge you to a pie eating contest. 1 slice. This is Roman rules, hands only.
You keep on adding courses.
Somebody give me a 3, 2, 1, go.
3, 2, 1, go!
Oh, gosh. You win.
Mac, it's so much denser than I thought.
I thought the foie gras was dense.
I don't feel good, Mac.
I think I'm good. I think you win.
Did that satisfy your bucket list?
Jesus Christ, yes. Okay, cool. I win right now. You win. I need to revisit that book. and revisit that list, because I've done things in the meantime. Like one of those things is like I throw out the opening pitch at a baseball game, and I did that at a Cubs game. And I was like, oh, cool. Look,
I have a copy of the book if you want to go through and check it off yourself.
Oh yeah, what you mind? Yeah, you get like the hand, I done by my own hand.
Have you fought in a war?
No, not really. Not yet. Well, actually, I don't know. Wait for Fallout Season 2. Who knows?
Heyo. Mac, you ready to move on to the lightning round?
Sure.
Let's do it.
Sounds great.
Who's the one person, dead or alive, you'd want to share your actual last meal with?
Oscar Wilde.
That'd be cool. What song do you want to be played at your funeral?
You'll Have Time by Shatner. Like I think it's called. It's all about dying.
With the Rams defense giving up 30 fewer rushing yards per game this year, primarily out of nickel base, do you think there's a case to be made that Poona Ford was a more important acquisition than Devontae Adams?
You said the key word, Poona Ford. I swear, it's if he was 1 inch taller, if he was 6 feet tall, he'd be making bigger bank. He's got this little kind of stigma. But man, we haven't had a guy plug up the hole like that since Sue was on the team. Really, that's what it's all about. Poona Ford, he's the quiet MVP of this season. Because that was what a big hole in our defense was, the run. And Poona, man, he does it. Unsung hero.
What's your biggest fear?
Not having Poona Ford on the ramps.
Is Die Hard a Christmas movie?
No, it's not. It's based around Christmas. Don't fight me on the moon.
It's really messed up.
It's based around Christmas, but if it was also St. Patrick's Day, it would work. But you couldn't do like Memorial Day, Home Alone. Like, no, it doesn't work that way.
I think Arbor Day works. You could be in a treehouse.
I'm just saying is that, like, listen, I'm kind of the godfather of Christmas nowadays. So yes, my opinion has some sway in this argument.
Finally, Mac, are you happy?
Yes, I'm very happy, and so is my tummy. I'm very happy. I love my life. I love everything.
I'm so happy you're happy, man. I'm happy that you joined me here. If you want to give your last words to that camera right there.
Thanks for watching this show. It was delicious, and so was your company. You guys, yummy.
He couldn't have done it without you.
I couldn't have done it without you.
Everyone check out Fallout Season 2. Mac, truly, dude, this has been the pleasure of a lifetime, man. Hey, cheers to Poona Ford.
Cheers to Poona Ford.
This is really about.
And to spoons.
And to spoons.
My free spin.
We'll see y'all next time. We all gotta eat, and we know you're dying to get your hands on a last meal's apron and pin. Get yours now at mythical.com.